Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. If you haven't had a chance to watch the MindSpeak session with Professor Howard French, you must. And there is the presentation, and then that's followed by the Q&A session where we sort of disembarked from the China-Africa story, looked at it more closely, looked at China more closely, looked at the paramount leader. It's really great content and particularly relevant right now. And I thank Professor French and the Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism and the Columbia Global Centers for the support in putting that together. I'm halfway through his book, and that has also opened up my eyes because it's given me depth in terms of looking at the current situation. Really interesting. Macro thoughts, there's so much going on in the markets. It really is quite an extraordinary moment that we find ourselves in. Rate cut carnage has the dollar at 3-week lows and bears are foaming at the mouth, says Pinecone Macro. And indeed, this has largely been a story about expectations of US rate cuts and now the imminent nature of them. Massive chart, markets have put a 91% chance of a Federal Reserve rate cut by September. That's a near certainty, according to J.S. Blokland. I wrote about this in an article over the weekend titled Bond Yields in Tilt Mode. And essentially my perspective, which I'll share with you again, is that the market is massively overcooked, and in particular in the US, the market is discounting the inflationary effects of these tariffs that Trump is pursuing. The Nasdaq dropped 1% and entered correction territory. That's from Holger. Big tech plunged more than 5% as the US was seen to be moving toward a major antitrust probe of tech giants. Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Google are seen in this chart from Holger. Facebook crashed 8%, Amazon 5%, Google 7%. In that basket, I'm very bullish still about Netflix. Tariff years, this is from Stock Board Asset. And I remember talking to an economist at Standard Chartered a while ago before everyone had forecast this, and he forecast this comparison exactly. And as I wrote on end of May, the China-US trade war has gone ballistic.